Hello, my name's Steve Stewart. I'm standing as an independent candidate in the North Warwickshire Borough Council elections on Thursday, the 4th of May, between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. at the Methodist Church on Birmingham Road. Please take photo ID, and I'm standing for the Water Orton ward to represent the village in which I live. And again, the video today is finance based. We're still talking about council tax, but this time the Parish Council Precept and the impact that I've made in my short time in the Parish Council there to try and genuinely keep your council tax bills low. So I was concerned, and one of the reasons why I rejoined the Parish Council, apart from increasing the levels of governance and trying to make a positive difference to the community and increasing community spirit, was the concern around the runaway levels of expenditure increase. And this can be shown via some research that I did via Freedom of Information request in the increasing of percentages and charges within our Parish Council Precept. And you can see that in 2019-20 the precept went up by 18.49%. Then going forward in 2021 it levelled out somewhat, 2%, but you can see that's still an average of 10% a year, and that 10% figure is going forward. And I always get concerned when I see arbitrary figures as why is it 10%? No one other, a round figure there. It's almost as if things are being built up to a level as opposed to running things on an efficient basis. And what is the cumulative effect of those 10% and going around? Well, you can see that across the 4 years, the net increase in cash terms, in terms of cash generated for Water Orton Parish Council, was an extra £25,664.38 per year, which in terms of cash increase puts us as #1 in the whole of North Warwickshire, and therefore we qualify for Europe. No, that's not the case. But you can see that in terms of that increase in cash, like I say, it is #1, and that's even though you've got some other councils right up there in terms of that increase in cash, which you'd expect to see, because Coles Hill is 4 times, nearly the size, and Atherstone 2 and a bit times the size, and they have still earned extra less than us because of the extravagant nature of the increases over the previous 4 years. And if you actually look at the percentage increase, we're actually come third of everyone, and you look for why that is. Well, who's come 1 and 2? Well, first is over Whittaker, and they've increased from a budget of 2,500 to 5,200, which obviously is a 100% increase, but you can see that they're dealing with fairly low figures to start with. And similarly, Phil Ongley, again, starting off with a base of less than a third of Water Orton, so their £8,000 increase over those 4 years equates to a 50% increase overall. But of a council of the size of Water Orton, nowhere comes close to that 40.67% increase. Okay, so what was proposed for this year? And I've given you an extract here from Appendix 3 from a report relating to the budget for next year. And you can see here that the figures for 23-24, and you see the figures here that are very familiar, 18.49%, 2%, 10%, 10%. The proposed figure for 23-24 was a further 12% increase, which would have a net result on a Band D property of a 10.98% increase, and again a further increase in funding for Water Orton Parish Council. Okay, so what did I do about this? Well, I used the figures that I presented here at this meeting as well, and discussions in partnership with other councillors. I'm not taking full credit for this. And the recommendation was then to set the budget expenditure at that and that, which meant that that's a preset rise of 3.9%, but because there are more houses now in the village, that would mean that an increase at Band D would be the equivalent of 2.97%, rather than that 10.98% increase at that, which is an increase of 4 pence per week for a Band D property. Yeah, So in terms of keeping your council tax low, I think that's pretty effective. I did, however, state at the meeting of this finance committee, working very closely with colleagues and explaining reasoning and getting their consensus view as well, is that I said that all of these recommendations that came here would have to be ratified at full council, and I said that I would propose at full council a what's the phrase? An amendment. An amendment, yes. I propose an amendment so that everyone had the opportunity to vote on a 0% increase. And if you look at the minutes, is that amendment was proposed, it was seconded, and it was voted down, which I can well understand, given the situation the parish council finds itself and needing to conduct some considerable work on its expenditure and its commitments. Which we'll look to do over the forthcoming terms of office. But I think that to bring it down to 2.97% from 10.98% is a considerable victory, and I can point to actual, genuine evidence within the last couple of months of where we have kept council tax low for you at this time of massive economic instability. And a cost of living crisis. Okay, if you've enjoyed this video or you found it informative, please like, please share, please subscribe, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Many thanks. Bye bye.